Hello students. Hello everyone. Today we are going to start with cell division. Very important topic of ICSE 10th standard. This is the first chapter of biology, that is cell division. Now today we are going to start with cell division, student. What is cells? Cells are the basic unit of all living organisms. Cells make up bones, muscles, skin, blood, and cells make up leaves, roots, stem, and flowers. As the organism grows, the cell must reproduce. This is all basic characteristic of cell. You know that cells are basic unit. All the living organism is made up of cells, and group of cells will form tissues like bone, muscle, skin, and blood. Okay, so this all are the organs, and the organs is a group of tissues, and the group of tissues is made up of cells. Cells make up leaves, root. We think that only living organism, like when the living organism can move, that only they are made up of cells. No, the plant is made up of cells. They are not able to move, but they are considered as a living organism, and they are made up of cells. As the organism grows, the cells must reproduce. This we know that every cell start reproducing. As we grow, we will find that all the organs, all our tissues start growing up. So then the cells must reproduce. Reproduce means they again have to divide it. Now the next part is cells are the structural and functional unit of all living organisms. What does this mean? Cells are the structural and functional unit of living organism mean is that it is a cells. It is actually the cells are very important. Second thing is that without the cells, it will not lead to a structure of a living organism as well as functional unit. What is functional unit means? The cells will function themselves. They will function them by their own. Like the skin will have their own cell, eyes will have their own cells. So they have certain functions to do. And based on the cells, we have two classifications, that is unicellular, multicellular. And what is the function of a cell? Nutrient to energy. See, what we are getting as a nutrient, what we are having food, that should be converted into energy. And most that is done by cell only. The second thing, each cell have its own set of instruction, means they have their own instruction that they have to work like this. They have their own functions. So that is why they're telling this thing. Now next one is, we are going to see what is the difference between cell division among eukaryotic and prokaryotic. In eukaryotic, what happened, the nucleus, everything, they start duplicating, or they are well developed for the preparation of cell division. Before the nucleus divide, the genetic material should be replicated. Whereas in the prokaryotic, we know that there is no nuclear membrane as such. They have circular chromosome, and prokaryotic simply divide by binary fission. It's simply divide by binary fission, student. Now, some of the important definitions. These all are important terms which we are going to discuss in the process. Spindle fiber. What is the spindle fiber is that? It is a network of filament that extend inward from the poles of dividing cells, forming a spindle-shaped figure. What does this mean? It is like a fiber-like structure, or it is a network of filament that actually attaches to chromosome and they start pulling towards the pole. That is the actual function of spindle fiber. Now, centromere is that I was mentioning that before the cell division, the genetic material has to be duplicated or replicated. So as it get copied, you will have two set of chromosome. Okay, basically it is not two set of chromosome. Two chromosome will attach themselves. It is called two chromatid. They get attached to themselves, and the attachment of that particular region is called centromere, to which the spindle fibers are attached. So there only the spindle fiber will get attached during the mitosis. Now the next one is chromatid and chromatid. Chromatid is, it is the thread of nucleic acid. It is actually chromosome only, but it condenses to form chromosome during the division only. Okay, and it is a complex of nucleic acid protein. It has a nucleic acid along with stabilized with protein. Protein is the positively charged, that is histone, whereas nucleic acid is negatively charged. So they get stabilized basically, and they are thread-like structure. It is chromatid. After that, during the division, they condenses to form chromosome during the cell division. Now chromatid. What is chromatid? Now only I mentioned that the genetic will get duplicated. So as it get duplicated, you will have two strands of replicated chromosome. So because of that only, it is a chromatid. Okay, and this two chromatid will separate during the cell division, leading to a individual chromosome. Now, chromosome is a thread-like gene carrying bodies in the nucleus of cells, and chromosomes are composed primarily of DNA and protein. They are visible only under magnification. We cannot see the chromosome, student. Only we can see in the under the microscope. And human have 46 chromosomes in each somatic cell. So 23 in each sex cell. What does this mean is that human generally will have 23 pairs. 23 pairs means basically 46 chromosomes. But 23 in each sex cell means male and female, they have the reproductive cells in their body. And that reproductive cell will have 23 chromosomes, student. Okay, now we'll see the equatorial plane and kinetochore fibers. Now, equatorial plane is that the plane that contains, see, during the metaphase stage, this chromosome, they arrange in such a way in a vertical or the horizontal line, but it is in a straight line. That plane is called equatorial plane. Now, kinetochore fibers. Kinetochore fibers is a specialized region in the centromere. So there is a region in centromere where the spindle fiber will get attached. So that part is called as kinetochore fibers. Okay, students. Now we will do the main important thing, students. This is the basic cell division. The cell with chromosome in the nucleus. See, it starts with G1 phase, student. Then after that, it goes to S phase. What is S phase? S phase is the synthesis phase where the DNA starts replicating. As it moves to G2 phase, the DNA will get replicated. So you will have two set of chromosomes. So that is why you can see in G1 it was only single and G2 was double. In G1, what they do, they make the cell will be very active for the cell division. They prepare themselves for the cell division. After that, it goes to the M phase. What is M phase? It is a mitosis phase. Then it goes to the cytokinesis. Cytokinesis is cells will divide. So first one is interphase. In interphase, G1, S and G2 will come. After that, M phase, that is mitosis, then cytokinesis. Can you see the cyclin CDK? That it is a protein, student, that will keep a check that whether all the stages is done properly or not. It is just checking. It's like an inspection of all the process. If something is an error, so that process will be stopped at that moment only. Okay, they will check the chromosome number. They will check everything is protein, everything is metabolized, means it is synthesized properly or not. Everything will be taken care. So because of that only, this process will be completed. In cancer cell, you will find that this cyclin protein will not be properly function. So because of that only, cells start dividing randomly. Okay, it will divide very rapidly as well as without any proper chromosome number. They will not have proper chromosome number in each cell. So it will be randomly dividing it and it lead to cancer cells. Okay, students. So this is the way they collect the sample from the patient and they check the cell division. Then only they will confirm that that particular patient or that particular ward will be having a cancer cells. Now we'll move to the cell cycle. Now cell cycle is the event that makes the new cell. Now what are the process? First one is interphase, then prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase, and cytokinesis. Now we'll see interphases. Now only I told that in interphase, DNA will get replicated and ensure that when does it divide at the end of the mitotic phase. Each of the newly created daughter cells will contain full set of genes. What is that? Why they get replicated? Because to stabilize, to make the standard chromosome number. Like we have 46 chromosome, student. But what happened after it get replicated, you will have as a total as 92 chromosome, student. You will have 92 chromosomes. So 46 chromosome will go for one cell, another 46 chromosome will go to the another cell. So this type of, to maintain the chromosome number is very, very important during cell division, student. If the chromosome number is not properly done, or if the chromosome number is abnormal, that particular cell will be not functioning properly, or that particular individual will have certain problem, genetic problem. Now we'll see the next one, mitosis. Mitosis is the mechanism that allows the nuclei of cells to split and provide each daughter cells with a complete set of chromosomes during cellular division. This coupled with after mitosis, it is coupled with cytokinesis occurs in all multicellular plants, animals to permit the growth of the organism. So this all happens continuously, student. Now the next one is, this is a properly they done. See, in prophase, nucleus they start disappearing, centriole is formed, chromosome nucleus. In metaphase, equatorial plane will be observed. In anaphase, the chromatid will start moving towards the pole. In telophase, there's a formation of two cells. Okay, now we'll see the first stage, interphase. You will find that centrioles, chromatid, nucleolus. See, this is nucleolus, nuclear envelope, plasma membrane. So these all are the structures of cells. Now interphase, that chromatid will get duplicated. After that, prophase will be that. Four means first. It is the first stage or mitotic stage. Now nucleolus fade. Nucleus fade means the nuclear membrane and nucleolus will be start fading. Chromatid will condenses into chromosome. Each replicator chromosome comprises of two chromatid, both with the same genetic information. So they will have same genetic map or same genetic information. See, can you able to see, student? This is a chromosome consisting of two sister chromatid. Centromere is the point where two chromatid get attached. This is the centrioles. This is the ester, the prophase stage. Now the next stage is, okay, in prophase stage, which is observed under the microscope, that is animal cell and plant cell. Can you able to see, student? The chromosome, there is a chromatid start condensing to form chromosome. Now we'll see the next one, metaphase. Next, the nuclear envelope breaks down. The nuclear membrane will start breaking down. A large protein network called spindle attaches the each sister chromatid. Now that spindle fiber will start attaching to the chromatid, and the chromosome now are aligned perpendicular to the spindle in a process called metaphase. So they will align in an equatorial plane, student. You will observe that in the diagram. Can you able to see? It is aligned in a particular line. That is called as equatorial plane. And you'll find that thread-like structure, they are the spindles. Now we'll see the next one. This is like under the microscope, it has been observed for animal and plant cells. This is the animal cell. This other one is a plant cell, student. Now we'll see the next one, anaphase. What is anaphase is? Anaphase is characteristic by the movement of the chromatid towards the opposite poles. Okay, the chromatid start moving towards the opposite pole. Now anaphase begins at the centromere of each pair of chromatid split, effectively doubling the number of chromosomes. One separator, sister chromatid, each now independent chromosome with its own centromere. So they are now independent as get separated. Begin moving towards the opposite pole of the cell. Now the movement is made possible through two mechanisms. First one is kinetofiber will attach to the centromere, begin to shorten, pulling the chromosome towards the pole. Second thing is that at the same time, the polar microtubule from opposite end, the cells form a cross bridge in the equatorial plane, pushing the pole apart from becoming longer. So they start moving towards the opposite pole, student. See, can you able to see? They'll start moving towards the pole, opposite pole. Now you'll see this is under the microscope. It's really beautifully done, student, this thing. It's really nice. Now we'll see the next one, next phase, that is telophase. Telophase is characterized by the plasma membrane formation. You'll find that the two nuclei is divided. Now we'll find that the cells start dividing. The daughter chromosome arrives at spindle poles. After complete separation, the nuclear membrane begin to reform. Now nuclear membrane is reforming around each other, and telophase, as the telophase is complete, a new membrane is being formed. The final step in telophase involves initiation of plasma membrane. They are not talking about nuclear membrane, student. They are talking about plasma membrane cleavage. Cleavage means divide. In biology, cleavage means it is divide, student, between each of the new daughter cells. Ultimately yield two separate cells during cytokinesis. The next phase of cell division. So now the cytokinesis is the last stage of it. What is cytokinesis is? Where the cells will break or the plasma membrane will start dividing and which lead to two cell formation. Telophase and cytokinesis. Now this is a cleavage phase. The way it was dividing, right? This is called as cleavage furrow. Now here you will find that in cytokinesis process, animal cell and plant cell have different process. See, Though it is dividing, but the way of dividing is different, student. In plant cell, it is a plate formation. In animal cell is furrow formation, cleavage furrow. Okay, so this is all about telophase. Now, telo and cytokinesis. The final stage is the process of cell division is known as cytokinesis, which usually begins during late anaphase or early telophase. As the nuclear, as the nucleus is reforming, the chromosome are decondensing. Now, what is that? That chromosome was there, right? Now decondensing to form chromatid. During this stage, the cytoplasm will be divided. Now, the cytoplasm start dividing and it will lead to two cells. This is the animal mitosis. You'll find how it is observed under the microscope. Second one is plant mitosis. So, this is all about today's lecture, student. I hope you all understood this two process. Very, very important thing. From the board point of view, it will be the diagram. Diagram will be asked, and you may be the diagram may be given. You have to recognize which phase is it. And very, very important two thing will be asked is significance of mitosis or significance of meiosis. In the coming lecture, you will be learning about meiosis, but mitosis you should be thorough. What is the significance of mitosis? Is that basically it is growth only, student. The cells start growing up. Okay, that is not growing up in bigger size, it start dividing themselves. Okay, students, you will have certain points which you have to learn and you have to mention in the answer. Okay, I hope you all understood today's lecture, and please subscribe for further videos and please like my videos, and thank you for the support and thank you so much.